my most fundamental identities. I credit my family and this community for instilling in me a sense of Jewish identity and pride. And the last 3 years has not only reinforced my Jewish identity, but it has strengthened my commitment to the deep roots of my Judaism. And as the deep roots of Judaism guide me this evening, I want to express my own sense of gratitude for the support that I receive from my family. I didn't make it very far. The partnership with the clergy, professional staff, board, and past presidents, and the trust of this congregation. The support of my family. As I'm sure the past presidents of the temple will attest, they, like I, could not have served as president without the enduring support of their spouse. For me, that is my Carrie. We have known each other for 43 years, and this September we'll be married 35. Our own deep roots. During all that time, she has encouraged me and has patience with me and has given me confidence to take on new challenges. For those of you that don't know Carrie, one of her many wonderful traits is that she is a change agent, impatient with the status quo. And in this time of change at Temple Bethel, she supported me, provided invaluable counsel, challenged me to think differently, and spent countless evenings home alone while I was working on behalf of the temple. But most importantly for me, she loves me, faults, which are many, and all. My gratitude for having Carrie in my life and as my partner is immeasurable. There's no way that I would be the person I am, nor I could have been president without her. Together, we built a Jewish home like the ones our parents built for us. We incorporated tradition while embracing modernity. And because of that, our children are building Jewish homes that they define as meaningful for themselves. Zoe, Connor, and Eli have also been incredibly supportive of me during the last 3 years. They have also helped me see things in a different way. And I want to share just a few snippets that occurred during my presidency that I will cherish forever. First, even though Eli lives in Los Angeles, he'd always ask what was going on in the temple and how I was doing. His interest demonstrated not only his support of me, which I greatly appreciate, but also that growing up at Temple Bethel left a positive impact on him. Second, I was able to celebrate the 50th anniversary of my bar mitzvah during my presidency. It served as a reminder of the hard work the B'nai students put in and gave me a greater appreciation for how our clergy meets the students where they are so that they and their families can have a meaningful, enriching Jewish experience. In its own right, it would have been special enough. But what made it truly memorable was that Connor and I shared the weekend as he celebrated his Anshe mitzvah. Connor, like all those who choose to be Jewish, highlight the importance of Temple Bethel being a welcoming place for those that are looking for a new spiritual home and community. Third was Zoe, serving on the Temple Strategic Planning Committee. As someone who grew up at Temple Bethel and is part of the future generation of Temple leadership, she brought with her insight and passion for our temple and the courage to share her voice. I'm incredibly proud of her as she ensured that the committee understood the needs of her generation and helped us create a framework to think about the future. Finally, last September, Almari joined the family. Carrie and I were filled with so much joy as we became grandparents. But it also took on additional meaning for me as president because Almari is joining her cousins Leora, Evie, Mayor, and Rowan as a fifth-generation member of Temple Bethel. Her birth reminded me of our sacred responsibility to ensure Temple Bethel is here for her and for generations to come. Partnership with the clergy, professional staff, board, and the past presidents. Leading a temple is different than leading other organizations. In other organizations, there's the board and the professional staff, namely the CEO or the executive director, that partner to lead the organization. In the case of the temple, the partnership is between the clergy, the professional staff, and the board. And I can say during the last 3 years, the temple leadership has been one of equals, never one of egos. There is a mutual respect in our roles, an openness of transparency and dialogue, and a recognition of our collective sacred responsibility on behalf of the congregation. And to say we have an incredible clergy team is an understatement. Rabbi Knight, Rabbi Nichols, Rabbi Erdheim, and Cantor Renitsky have created the most effective team of high-achieving individuals I've seen. They each bring incredible skills and sensibilities to the rabbinate and cantorate, strong intellects, passion for Judaism, a commitment to our congregation and to each other, and a willingness to share their true selves with us. However, with all their individual strengths, they work so well together that we are the beneficiaries of the sum total being greater than the individual parts. And we have an incredible professional staff, led by Jonathan Friedman, and their commitment to the temple is inspiring. They do the work that no one sees, but is the backbone of our well-run temple. I am so grateful for their contributions. I knew that ensuring that the clergy team and professional team remained together, guiding us spiritually and helping us build a strong Jewish community for many years to come, was extremely important to accomplish during my tenure. I'm happy to report we did accomplish that, with contract renewals for Rabbi Nichols, Rabbi Knight, Rabbi Nichols, Rabbi Erdheim, and Jonathan Friedman, and signing Cantor Renitsky to a multi-year contract. This continuity is the cornerstone of our future. The third partners in the success of the temple are the board of directors and the past presidents. After COVID, we re-engaged the temple's past presidents, which there are 22 living past presidents, whose leadership dates back and leadership and deep roots date back to the 1970s. We'd meet every month to share what's going on with the temple and the work of the board, and they shared their advice and counsel. I especially want to recognize Ben Benson, who led the board through COVID. It was a difficult time, and without his steady hand, we would have not had the foundation of board leadership that was so effective the last 3 years. As a reward, Ben now has the distinction of serving as the longest serving past president in the history of Temple Bethel. Ben, a record I hope is never broken. I am also so grateful to those that served on the board the last 3 years. They recognize that in order to be effective leaders of our congregation, they must be part of the congregation and not apart from it. This was a board that was willing to think differently. First and foremost, they recognized the work of the board required a different commitment. Not only a commitment to ensure the temple was operating well, but a recognition of our sacred responsibility to the congregation. And they embraced Jewish learning. One year, our first year together, we read Rabbi Jonathan Sack's book on Jewish leadership. In another year, we read a book of a collection of 67 essays about the priorities of Jewish future, edited by David Hazoni. And our own Rabbi Anna Bonheim introduced the board to the Jewish Learning Collaborative, which is a one-on-one Havruta Jewish learning effort. It is an effort that helps Jewish leaders grow their personal Jewish journey, but make sure that there's the Jewish in Jewish leadership. This learning and work of the board benefited us as we made as we made decisions as a board. And I'm grateful for A.J. Seacrest as our next president. She brings passion, commitment, and caring, and an incredible energy to her leadership. As you'll hear shortly, she will be a great leader of the board and our temple, and I am excited to work with her as we move forward with Daring Hope. Our congregation and community. For me, an important part of being president is that I was your representative and an ambassador from the board. During COVID, I, like most of America, was watching Ted Lasso. And as I thought what it meant to be an ambassador, the Ted Lasso character, Roy Kent, influenced my thinking. The attribute that I took away was his presence on the field. And while I don't have a chant that people sing about me when I show up, this was his, modified a little bit, and it has been my mantra over the last 3 years. He's here, he's there, he's every effing where. Being present has brought great meaning to my term as president. It provided me an opportunity to better understand how Temple touches the lives of our congregants, the value we place on a Jewish community we have here at Temple Bethel, and the importance of our relationship with our clergy. 3 years ago, when people heard I was going to be president, they said to me, "Congratulations and condolences." I didn't understand it then, and after 3 years, I still don't understand it. Serving as president of Temple Bethel has been a fulfilling and meaningful experience for me. I am grateful to all of you for the connections we've made and want to thank you for the honor of serving as president.